Well, hello and welcome to our devotion for reading through the Bible in a year in the One Year Bible. And our devotion for today, August 13th, is from 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verses 1 through 13. That starts out in the first three verses. Now, concerning food offered to idols, we know that all of us possess knowledge. This knowledge puffs up, but love builds up. If anyone imagines that he knows something, he does not yet know as he ought to know. But if anyone loves God, he is known by God. So the Corinthians had many people that felt that they could, with impunity, eat food that had been offered to idols. They felt like they could eat whatever and wherever they wanted on a wide variety of social occasions, no matter what kind of witness was presented. Now, this could get out of hand quite easily. It's true that the Corinthians had learned not to fear idols, nor the so-called deities behind them. False gods aren't real after all. So the more sophisticated members seemed to have a broad interpretation of the circumstances that were permissible to eat meat offered to idols. In the face of such a complacent attitude, Paul, in 1 Corinthians, provides a pastoral response. His slogan, which countered their slogan and their egotistical attitude, was that knowledge puffs up. The possession of a supposedly superior degree of religious knowledge did not guarantee that those who had such knowledge would also have the proper attitude toward the issue of food that had been offered to idols. Sometimes, when a person gains knowledge, it's not the best thing even. It can be counterproductive. It can give a person a sense of superiority. The quotation attributed to Shakespeare applies here. Little learning is a dangerous thing. And boasting in yourself rather than boasting in the Lord just isn't good. Shakespeare or no Shakespeare. The Lord wants his church to be built up as a community, and that can only happen when its members display unselfish love for one another. This kind of love is not puffed up. This kind of love is one that follows the example of Jesus, who died for the weak, and also the example of Paul, who was willing to renounce all meat in order to take care of his brothers and sisters in Christ and keep them from stumbling by seeing him doing such a thing. In contrast to a person who thinks he knows something, Paul presents us with the image of a person who loves God. Such a person loves because he or she is known by God. That is, they have been chosen by God. They have been chosen according to God's knowledge and also his election of them. We give all the credit to God for our salvation. Such an awareness of God's foreknowledge and election, which result in our salvation, moves us to not only love God and focus on God, but also to love others and to focus on them as we live a life of humble gratitude for what Jesus has done for us in love. Well, there you have it. It's been a while since we looked at an epistle. After we finished the book of Romans, we moved on to 1 Corinthians, of course, and here we are at chapter 8 already. And a very important reminder for all of us when it comes to knowledge and humility and loving and serving God and others. May God be with you and bless you, and I'll look forward to talking with you